Good morning, dear kids. Hope all are fine at home. So, now let us continue the chapter Animals Everywhere. So, in this class, we shall discuss about movement in animals and migration among animals. First, we shall see movement in animals. As we all know that animals move from one place to another in order to search for food, protect themselves and their babies from being hunted, as well as to build their resting as well as breeding places. First, we shall see about birds. The forelimbs of birds are in the form of wings. So, with the help of wings, what the bird will do, they will fly. The wings have feathers and are attached to the breastbone of the bird with the help of strong muscles. These muscles enable the bird to flap its wings and to fly. Flap means it is moving its wings up and down when flying. A bird also uses its hind limbs to walk, run, hop, and perch. It also uses them to scratch the ground, to catch the prey, and attack enemies. All birds are having wings, but some birds are unable to fly because of their weak wings. Examples for flightless birds are emu, ostrich, rhea, the penguin, and the kiwi. Now we shall see movement in reptiles. As we know that reptiles are cold-blooded animals. Examples lizard, crocodile, turtle, tortoise. They are having dry, scaly skins and lay soft-shelled eggs on land. Though they are having limbs, what they are doing? They are crawling on the ground. Snakes are also reptiles. Snakes are not having legs. They have scales or plates on the undersides of their body. With the help of these, what they are doing? They are moving. Snakes also have a flexible backbone with the help of which they are moving forward. Next, coming to human beings. Human beings have highly developed limbs. They use only one pair of limbs, that is lower limbs, to support their body while walking and standing. Because of this, humans have an erect posture. They stand, walk, and run with the help of one pair of limbs called legs. And hands of humans are adapted to hold objects. The arrangement of the thumb opposite to the finger enable us to hold tools and do many kinds of work. So we can say that humans are most developed among all animals. So movement in animals, in water, in air, on land, in water by swimming, in air by flying, on land by crawling, walking or running. Now we shall discuss about migration among animals. As we know that animals move greater distance at certain times of the year. This mass movement of animals from one place to another in order to escape from harsh weather, to search for food and to reach their breeding grounds is known as migration. Birds such as storks, Siberian cranes and mallard ducks, they visit India from other countries every winter. You can see the picture here. Migratory fishes like eels spend most of their lifetime in rivers, but they travel from the river to the sea to lay the eggs. When the eggs are hatched, the parent eels die and the young ones travel back to the river from where the parent has started their journey. I think you all heard about locust insects. These are harmful migratory insects. A group of flying insects, they settle on standing crops and destroy them. Arctic tern, migratory bird, it travels a distance of nearly 35,000 kilometers between the Arctic and the Antarctic twice a year. So, twice a year it is traveling 35,000 kilometers. The European stork travels from Europe to Africa every winter. Again, when spring comes, it returns to Europe to the same nest. Again, it is returning to the same nest. Many kinds of butterflies also migrate. The monarch butterflies fly from Canada to Mexico every year. So, dear student, in this class, we have discussed about movement in animals and migration among animals. Hope you all have understood the concept. Thank you.